It's not about the money.
It is the Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. Luke 12:32. It is time you realize you were born to be successful and to have wealth. You are not only ensured material wealth, but abundant wealth of the mind, body, and spirit as well. You have been created in an image of perfection with an inborn knowledge of all you need to know. In the image of the Creator, it is only right for you to have the abundance of the kingdom. You are a king's kid, born into royalty. You should not live in lack or a state of desperation and need. It is the Creator's will for you to live richly. It is your duty to claim what is yours. The riches of the kingdom, the wealth of the world, the infinite supply of the universe is your inheritance. Graciously accept it right now. I have inherited an abundance of every good thing. Thank you. Hello, I'm Kimmy B, prosperity blogger and founder of the Literacy Rich Project. Literacy Rich is meant to empower women through financial literacy. Let's get started. This is the Read and Prosper Show, and today's book is It's Not About the Money by Brent Kessel. I'm going to tell you why I chose this book. I'm going to give you the quick tip for this episode, and I'm also going to share a very special announcement with you at the end of this episode. So stay tuned for that. Once again, the book that we are reading is called It's Not About the Money by Brent Kessel. And the reason why I chose this book was because first, when I saw it on the shelf, it just jumped out at me. It has a beautiful light blue cover, which you can see at the Prosperity Blog bookstore. And the title intrigued me because it's not about the money. And I said, this is a personal finance book. And yes, I agree, it's not about the money, but it is about the money at the same time. So I wanted to read what he had to say. And this book just blew me away. It blew my mind because it's so comprehensive. He starts from what I believe is the A to the Z of financial planning. And right now, we're at the A. And the A is starting with self and identifying your financial self. I'm going to read you an excerpt from this book so that you'll get a better understanding of what I mean by identifying your financial self. The script is written. This movie, our core story, is so powerful that it leads us to manifest the outer financial circumstances with which our unconscious is most comfortable. This is probably why Donald Trump, whose father was also a real estate mogul, keeps working to build and expand his vast empire, even though he has earned more than enough money to support his lifestyle forever. Trump is known to have said, I like things big. If you're going to be thinking anything, you might as well think big. This kind of core story can create tremendous wealth and prosperity, but if its aims are pursued in an unbalanced way, the fruits of success often come at the expense of close personal relationships, physical health and well-being, or a balanced, integrated life. So Brent Kessel calls what I'm talking about, the financial self, your financial self, the core story. We all have core stories that shape our financial lives. You have to become conscious of your core story if you want to undo all the financial harm that you've done to yourself. This is a difficult thing, or I should say, for me, it was a difficult thing because it is an unconscious thing. We're not conscious of it. You have to become aware of it. So you have to ask yourself difficult questions. I've alluded to this in the past when I talked about how our mothers are very powerful figures. and they shape our core stories and our financial selves. So you need to think about what happened to you as a child that has impacted the way you spend money today and how you manage your finances today. Start by asking yourself these difficult questions. Think about your core story, or who you are financially and who your financial self is. I'm going to be going into more depth about the core story and determining who your financial self is on the resource guide that you can find for this episode. And this is part one, Read and Prosper Show part one, for It's Not About the Money. Okay, so we have gone through the quick tip for this episode, and I have a very special announcement for you. I am expanding my blog network. I am developing an empowerment blog network because I have discovered that blogging has been very helpful for not only myself, but for other people. And I think that it's a great way to help people and enrich their lives. The Empowerment Blog Network will feature the following topics. I'll have a blog about travel. I'll have a blog about health and wellness. I'll have a blog about lifestyle. And I'll also have a blog about blogging to help other bloggers who are new or beginning and just want to get some great advice. So those blogs will all be launched tomorrow on Monday. So look for those. I'll have a special post on the Prosperity blog that will feature all of those blogs and all of that information. Let's do a quick review before we end. The key thing you need to do is go back, look within yourself, and explore your core story and determine what your financial story is, because you have got to figure that out before you can manage the money. Because what will happen is you might get really great at managing the money, but continue to repeat the same patterns, and you just won't break the pattern because you haven't discovered what those unconscious stories or those unconscious patterns are. So you have got to do that first. And there will be a resource guide available on the Prosperity blog that will help you with that. You can visit www.prosperityblogger.org, www.prosperityblogger.org to get the link to this video and the resource guide. There are also a lot of other great resources on the blog. I post on that blog regularly with other great tips that you'll find helpful on your journey to financial success. Thank you so much for your time, and I am looking forward to the expansion of my blogging network and to helping more people enrich their lives and upgrade their lives. If you are on YouTube, simply click on the link provided on the right-hand side of your screen to go to the Prosperity blog. Go over to the blog right now and change your life.
Visit prosperityblogger.org today.